going on, everyone? I wanted to take this Wednesday, being that it's a tech and business talk day, to discuss a topic that's been brought up a few times, just amongst my friends, people I know, family. Everyone asks me this, I guess because I've been an internet junkie for so many years. That question is, who is my ISP? Which internet service provider do I choose? And I've gone through them all. I've tried Bell, Rogers, and back in the day I even had Shaw. I've used AOL. I've tried everything. So now I'm subscribed to TekSavvy, and the reason I did was because what they do is resell the Bell and Rogers services. I find that Bell offers typically the best service in terms of its overall quality. The price is a little bit high, and they tend to try to gouge their customers by signing them up on contracts, unnecessary contracts on 5TV, or they add additional monthly fees in order to try and promote their unlimited internet service, or in conjunction with promoting their unlimited internet service. Anyways, TekSavvy, they'll send a Bell or Rogers technician, depending on if you're going to choose cable or DSL. So I mean, they'll send one or the other. They're going to send a technician into your home and install that service. So for me, I signed up for TekSavvy DSL. They sent in a Bell technician to my home and installed the Bell services. I am paying TekSavvy month to month for that though, and I'm actually paying slightly less than I would to Bell if I was to pay for the exact same service there. So that's the benefit of using TekSavvy over those service providers. The downside, however, is that you have to pay an initial upfront fee. You have to pay for that technician to come in because it's not a TekSavvy technician. I think it's a little complicated, but basically, because TekSavvy is a small organization, Ontario-based, they don't have a large fleet of vehicles. They don't have a huge staff. It also plays to their advantage in the sense that when you do call them up, you speak with Kyle or Jill, and there's only one Kyle in that building. So it's good in the sense where you do have that great customer support actually when you do call them. Being that they're a small organization, you're not getting pushed around everywhere to people that don't know what they're talking about. I have some serious complaints about the cable service provider here in Canada with regards to that anyways. But basically, you call up TekSavvy, they offer great customer service by phone. So once the service is locked in and installed by that Bell technician, and you're paying whatever modem fee or which you had to pay up front to purchase the thing, you're good, you're set. So you're basically good to go at that point with a quick Bell internet service. So that's probably the best option I would say at this point in Ontario, and that's what I recommend. Unless you're really interested in getting that 5TV and signing up for a 2-year contract and paying all these high, fees. If you're just interested in straight internet, TekSavvy. Link in the there it is. Link in the description below. Check it out. I definitely recommend them. Outside of that, what I'd like to briefly touch on is how Google and Google Fiber has been growing quite rapidly actually in the States. A couple days ago, they've sort of formalized that they're moving to Austin, Texas. So they're opening up their services in Austin, Texas. And that is basically fiber speeds. I mean, you're talking rapid, fast. I mean, I've had 100 megabit fiber connection here in Toronto when I was signed up with TELUS, and I got to tell you, it's a world of a difference. It changes how you browse online, especially if you're a multi-screen user such as I am, or a multitasker. But anyways, getting back to it, I think that if Google was to move to Canada, they would offer up some pretty interesting industry disrupts that I think would shake things up a little bit for some of the big players here. I'm glad that we have companies like TekSavvy that are trying to offer their customers a good quality service for a low price, but at the same time they're still underneath the umbrella in a sense of Bell and Rogers. So they're not really their own company in that way. If Google was to come in, they're a large organization. They can set up their own hardware, and they can really shake things up a bit. I for one would be a subscriber. I'm also going to put their link, Google Fiber, in the description below. I recommend checking it out. Keep an eye on it. I'll post videos on it as well. If I see anything at all about them coming to Canada, it's going up. I'm talking about it. So let me know what you think. Are you happy with your internet service provider? If you're in Toronto, what do you think of Bell? What do you think of Rogers? If you're not in Toronto, if you're not in Canada, you know, let me know what you think anyways. I'm familiar with Cogeco. I'm familiar with, you know, I had AOL. I mean, they're still alive and kicking in the States right now. So let me know what you think. Give me a shout. And what would you think if Google was in your city? I mean, would you subscribe? Would you use their services? Check out their pricing. They actually have a free service as well. I mean, who does that? But check it out. Looks good. Let me know. If we create a buzz, then, you know, who knows? Maybe it's more likely they come to our city. You know, here in Toronto, we are a major city. I'm rambling. So check it out. Google Fiber. I recommend that. I also recommend TekSavvy. And have a good one, sir.